Okay, welcome to Maths with Ish. In my last video, I talked about the how to simplify some sorts, and I also made a post where I asked a simple question. I said, "What is conjugate?" Now, today we are going to answer that particular question of what is a conjugate. Now, when we talk about the conjugate of a sword, we are talking about that exact same sword in which the middle operation is the opposite. So for example, if I have 4 minus root 3, now the conjugate of 4 minus root 3 is 4 plus root 3. That is, you can see we are having the same binomial sort here, but the signs in the middle are just the exact opposite. The same thing, if this is plus, then the conjugate of this is going to be what? 4 minus root 3. So that is just what the conjugate is all about. It is just the exact same sort with the opposite operation in their middle. Now, why is conjugate important? Now, conjugate is important because it is the conjugate we use to rationalize a sword problem that has a binomial sword at the denominator. So whenever a fractional sword, the denominator is a binomial sword, to rationalize such sword, we use the conjugate. Unlike when the sword is a single sword, when it is single, we just rationalize it using that same sword. Okay, so let's see how to solve this particular problem posed to us on the board. Now, before we go, I want to, in case for those of you who don't really know what rationalization is. Now, when we talk about rationalization, we are talking about a process whereby we don't want a sword to remain at the denominator. So, for example, if you are given a fractional sword such as 1 over 3, now, in mathematics, we are expected that we should rationalize it because we don't want to see any sword as a denominator. So to get rid of this sword in the denominator, we are going to apply what we call rationalization. And to rationalize simply means take this same sword that is at the denominator, use it to multiply both the numerator and the denominator. So you can see I've used this same sword at the denominator to multiply both numerator and denominator. That is just the concept of rationalization. Okay, so the same thing we are going to do here. Now, but the difference between this and this is that you can see the denominators here, there are 2 terms, while here, this is just a single term. So whenever there are 2 terms, this is called binomial sword. So for binomial swords like this, we use the conjugate to rationalize. So for this particular problem, we are going to have 2 root 5 plus 7. To rationalize this, I'm going to use the conjugate, and that is going to be 5 over 2 root 5 plus 7. Now I'm going to times the numerator by the conjugate, which is 2 root 5 minus 7, and then, minus root 7, and then I do the same thing. I times this one by the conjugate, 2 root 5 minus root 7. So you can see I did not multiply the numerator and denominator by this same binomial sort. Is the conjugate I use in multiplying both the numerator and the denominator. So that is just the whole concept of rationalization and conjugate. I hope this video made sense to you. Please like, share, and subscribe. In our next video, we are going to see how to solve this problem and arrive at a particular solution. Have a great day.